Hey everyone, welcome in. Tiago, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in. And going to be talking about ETF. We're going to talk about real estate. We're going to be talking about the right order in how do you build wealth the right order. Because whenever we talk about it, every single time it's more about investing. But what if I tell you that if you do not have the right order in building wealth, you're not going to build wealth, okay? The right order, you might be building that wealth, but you are building it the wrong order. Foster Frost, how are you doing? Welcome in. Uche, how are you doing? Juju, welcome in. And that's what we're going to be discussing today. How to build wealth the right order. Is there even an order in building wealth? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Kenny, Johnny, welcome in. How are you all doing? Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. Yes, I joined in a little bit late today. I joined a little bit late today. I hope you all are good. Welcome in, welcome in. And we know exactly what we need to get doing. Let's all tap out the live. If you're just joining, click on the follow button. If you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business. Yes, Ute. So good to have each and every one of us. So all the OGs in the house, you need to teach the newbies, okay, what to do. Tap out the live. Stay here 2 minutes. It looks like what you're looking for, which is what we're going to be talking about today. The building the wealth, the right order. When we talk about wealth, we're going to be telling you, you need to unlearn what you have learned, right? Money is about money equals to wealth. This. No, it's not. Money, as a matter of fact, we have 5 types of wealth. We're going to be talking about that, and we're going to get the class started as soon as we get 5,000 taps and 20 shares. 5,000 taps and 20 shares. Okay, so let's quickly get it started. How are you all doing today? Foster Frost is doing it. Let's get our daily at me. That's how it's being done. Get your daily at me. And if you're just meeting me and you're wondering, who is this lady? Right? Who is this lady that is just all out today? I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. I'm a professor, obviously. Okay, that's why you see me. Okay, you do this by structure, by step. I'm a professor. I teach AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information system. However, I'm also my day job, aside from being a professor, lecturing in some of the colleges here in the United States. I'm in Texas in the United States. I'm also a vice president of technology, and I've been in corporate world for close to 2 decades. And one of the things that I'm teaching you here today, hey Trenton, welcome in on the YouTube side, guys. We're streaming on 2 platforms, so on the YouTube and on Instagram. That's where we are projecting from, and even yeah, we are streaming from on 2 different platforms today. We're streaming on 2 different platforms. So if you have not subscribed on the YouTube side, it's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. And on if you're on YouTube and you've not subscribed on TikTok side, is Money Talk with Dr. Lina as well. IG as well is also Money Talk with Dr. Lina. The same picture, the same name. So like I said, I've been investing. Oh, those are the YouTube side. Welcome in. Click on that subscribe button if you have not done that. Juak, thank you so much. Liz, thank you so much. Welcome in. Tap out the live. Let's get it to 5,000 taps and of course 20 shares. Let's go so that we can get the class started. And what are we going to be talking about today? Building wealth the right order. Because you might be trying to build wealth and you're working so hard and you realize that, you know what, I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. I work 2 shifts, I get 2 jobs, I work smart, I make decent money, but it doesn't look like I'm building wealth. It might just be that you are building it the wrong order, right? There's a right order to building wealth. And as a matter of fact, when we're talking about wealth is not just money. As a matter of fact, there are 5 types of wealth, which I'm going to be talking to you about today. So make sure you click on that subscribe button. My YouTube community, make sure you do that if you have not done that. And watch the latest video, how to invest step by step. So both communities, the video was released yesterday on YouTube, how to invest step by step. Okay, you would find it's a 15-minute video on the YouTube. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. So welcome in. Let's share out the live. Let's keep sharing out the live. Let's keep tapping out the live. You guys are absolutely amazing. Tolu's mom, it's been a minute. How are you doing? Welcome in. And if you're just joining us, click on that follow button. Click on the subscribe button. We're going to be talking about the right wealth order. And who enjoyed yesterday? Family and finance yesterday was fire, right? Who was here yesterday? That was fire, guys. That was absolutely fire. Who enjoyed that? I enjoyed it as much as you did. Okay, yesterday was absolutely, empowering, educating. Call it anything. That was absolutely so. Don't miss family and finance on Sundays. That is when yesterday we talked about how to, the things that every family must do to build, to protect, and to transfer wealth. Okay, build, protect, and transfer wealth. That is what we're going to be. That's what we talked about yesterday. Yeah, Kenny Black, welcome in. How are you doing? You're fine. You're happy to be here. So good to be. So good to have you. So click on that subscribe button if you have not done. Kenny Black, if you have not done that. Beyond, that's the latest millionaire, the first millionaire on the red carpet of the $1 million league today. Welcome in, welcome in. And when I call you a millionaire, right? And it doesn't look like you are not, your paycheck doesn't look like that. You saw, thank you so much. You doesn't look like you did. Like Kenny is also the latest millionaire in the $1 million league. It's so good to have you. When I call you that, yes, I'm telling my big man in heaven that this is a candidate because this person shows an interest in learning how to go about it, right? In learning how to go about it. That person, what do you think? What do you think? It's absolutely beautiful, right? That person on the YouTube side, you already know who you are. It's so beautiful, right? Awesome. So when I say that, it's just one thing, telling God, that there's power of life and death in the tongue. So when we say that, it shows that, okay, you know what, this person is that candidate. However, beyond that, we also do the physical. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. The exact order to build wealth. The exact order to build wealth. Okay. What do you expect? Okay. What do you expect? You see different colors and shapes and sizes, right? But it's the diversity and the uniformity. Diversity. That's what makes us all beautiful, right? Oh, that's what makes us all beautiful. Okay. All right. So make sure you learn that. Show some beauty and love in your life. Okay. Help the world be a better place. Stop creating negativity. Life is so beautiful. All right. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so let's keep tapping out the live. You guys are absolutely amazing. Almost at 5,000 taps. You guys are absolutely amazing, and you guys are doing yours, so I can do mine as well. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. If you're new here, welcome in. We're going to be talking about the exact order. If only I can turn this screen today. If only I can. I don't know what happened to. Typically, I'm trying to manage the screen. Let's see. I'm trying to turn the screen around. That's going to be a major issue if I am not unable to turn the screen around today. I don't know. Did something change on TikTok? I'm trying to change the screen. What's going on here? I'm trying to change the screen. Let's see. No, that's not it. Yeah, I'm trying to mirror that's not, I don't need voice mirror. I'm trying to change the screen. Click on the follow button if you are just joining us. Click on the subscribe button on the YouTube side. Click on that if you haven't done so. Make sure you're doing that. I'm trying to, so we can be able to start our teaching. I just don't like this. I just don't like something disturbing my class, guys. Let's see. Okay, I think it's okay. Now I got it. And those on YouTube, sorry about that. There's no way to mirror the page, mirror the screen. So you're going to be seeing it upside down. So, I mean, I wish YouTube can create something that can actually show it the right way, okay? Because it looks upside down right now. So yesterday, welcoming everyone. If you're just joining us, we're talking about today, we're starting another series on how to build wealth in the right order. So I'm going to be breaking some things down for you. what is wealth, because you need to understand what wealth is. So if you're understanding, what is your understanding? If you hear something that somebody is wealthy, or if you are saying you're building wealth, what comes to mind? Right? What comes to mind whenever you hear about wealth? What comes to mind? What comes to mind? And, what comes to mind? Drop it in the comment, guys. Whenever you hear wealth, what comes to mind? What comes to mind? Drop it in the comment. All right. Okay, okay, let's quickly reset the live because I guess we have a lot of newbies. There's some things that we do differently in this live. Once you come in, click, okay, thank you so much, money, okay? Yes, that's exactly. So the first thing is that click on that follow button, all right? You tap out the live, okay? How do you click on the follow button? There's a plus sign. This is for those on the TikTok side. There's a plus sign. On the YouTube side, what you need to do is to subscribe and turn on notification. Share out the live as well. For those on the TikTok side, what you need to do is once you come in, wait about a minute, right? It looks like what you're looking for. Today we're talking about the exact order to build wealth. It means that there is a wrong order and there's the right order. Financially stable. Thank you so much. Money. So still money, okay? Right? So I'm reading it. So once you come in, click on that plus sign or click on the subscribe button. Wait about a minute. I do it when I go into people's life. I want to make sure this is what I'm looking for. Today is about the exact order to build wealth. So once you already know that it looks like what you're looking for, click on that plus sign. That's the first step. Number two is you tap out the live. How do you tap out the live? This is for those on the YouTube side. Press the screen just non-stop, right? To click on the follow button, there's a plus sign in front of your name. Click on that plus sign. The other thing is that you share out the live. How do you share out the live? Press my forehead on the screen and share to others. It shows that you're going to be invited. You see your contact, invite them all. You can also do a repost. Also get your daily at me, right? And then the other thing is that get your pen and paper. I tell you, this is going to be life-changing. That's one thing I promise you. You're going to learn some things that you were never taught in school when it comes to money, when it comes to building wealth. You're going to learn it today, right? Coming from somebody with double-digit real estate portfolio, someone that has been investing for close to 2 decades, coming from a doctor of business, a vice president of technology, a chartered accountant, and an economist. So when I tell you this, trust me, believe me, coming from somebody that turned a multimillionaire in dollars in before the age of 40. So whatever I'm telling you is something I've learned in the book and something that I've also helped me, okay? That have helped me in real life, okay? Wow, yeah, that's it. So if that looks like what you are looking for, click on that follow button. Lastly, and get your pen and paper. Don't just sit here and just let it pass, because this is changing some people's lives. Somebody just literally crossed $500,000. Not changing the same, it's still the same job, the same income, but literally following the principle. And we are not, this is not about get rich quick scheme, okay? Think about who Robert Kiyosaki is. Think about Warren Buffett, then you would understand. I really want to learn from the best. Thank you so much. You would understand how we invest here, right? Then lastly is that it's a two-way communication. Can you see the way my friend is responding right now, and she's talking to me? I really want to learn. That's the last thing we need to do. I want to make sure that we are interacting. This is not, I'm talking to humans and not BOTs and not scammers. So I want you to, it's a two-way conversation. Also remember to get your daily at me. It costs you 1 penny, right? If you can give the gallery, that would be much appreciated. Okay. All right. So quick restart again. Click on that follow button if you have not done so. One thing that we don't do here, you don't sit here not clicking on the follow button, not tapping out the live, not sharing out the live, not engaging, not saying nothing, right? Not getting your daily. Thank you so much. And it just became the fan club. So we have 81 people here, 82 people here. If you haven't clicked on that follow button, make sure you do so. Welcome in, welcome in. And this is the $1 Million League. This is the community of millionaires. Those are already millionaires, okay? Anticipating and trying to scale to becoming multi-millionaires in dollars. And then we have those that are not millionaires. Some people are living paycheck to paycheck. but their goal is to become a millionaire someday. Okay, thank you so much for that, right? They want to become a millionaire someday. That is also the people that are here, like trailblazer. Maybe there's never been a millionaire in your family, but you want to be one of them. You want to be the first person. Then make sure you click on that follow button. Okay, so let's do that. If you have not done that, click on that follow button, click on the subscribe button. So let's get it started. So, question that I asked earlier: whenever you hear wealth, practicing what we just talked about, otherwise we'll fight. What do you understand? What comes to mind when you hear wealth? What comes to mind? My friend did say wealth. He said money. Another person said financial stability. What comes to mind whenever you hear someone is wealthy? And you would understand where I'm going to with this. Drop it in the comment. I'm a professor, so there are ways that there are ways that we butcher. When I ask you all this question and you realize that, girl, Bacon, thank you so much. Welcome in. Yeah, make sure you click on that subscribe button. Stick around. God Tosin, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Welcome in. Awesome. So let's go ahead. So, like I said, what comes to mind when you hear wealth? What comes to mind when you hear wealth? Somebody is wealthy. What comes to mind? Drop it in the comment. When it comes to what comes to mind when you hear wealthy. And those on the YouTube side, welcome in. How are you all doing? Click on that subscribe button if you haven't done so. All right. Nobody knows. One of the things that people would always say is that, and those on the YouTube, I'm expecting you to respond as well. Money generator. Okay, thank you so much. Money generator. So it's just money, 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 right? Investment. P Watts, thank you so much. So investment. Okay, let's take this aside. All right. Let's take this aside. Yesterday was family and finance, and this is part of the things we talked about: how to earn, organize, save, invest, and of course, own and protect as a family wealth blueprint. So one of the things today we're going to be talking about the right wealth order. The right wealth order. Okay, so the right wealth order, that's what we're talking about today. And this, if you are just joining us, welcome in. Click on that subscribe button if you have not done so. Click on that follow button if you haven't done so. Tap out the live, share out the live, get your daily admins. SHW, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Welcome in. Awesome. So what are we? You see, whenever we talk about wealth, what is wealth, right? The first thing that comes to mind is money. Okay, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Wealth equals money. But what if I tell you that wealth does not equal money? Wealth does not equal money. So the first thing first that you want to in this wealth building journey is, I want to build wealth. You need to understand what you are building. Okay, you need to understand, because if you have a mindset that wealth, or your understanding is, wealth is money or investment, right? Investment, money in the bank and all of that. If your understanding of wealth is that, then you need to, then you have the wrong understanding of wealth. Money is number one type of wealth. Money is number one type of wealth. Okay. Now, what is number two type of wealth? You've probably heard about health is wealth, right? Health. If health fails, every other thing fails. If health fails, every other thing fails. There's a reason why they say health is wealth. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. We're talking about the right wealth order. So good to have each and every one of you right here. And we're telling you wealth does not equal money. All right, click on that follow button, right? We're going to be telling you the exact order to build wealth. But first, we want to understand what is even wealth, what is not wealth, and what is wealth. Okay, money, health. There's the health wealth. If health fails, every other thing fails. Every other thing stops, right? So let's talk about number three. The number three is what? Your network is your net worth. There's something called social wealth. There's something called social wealth, right? So that's the other one. Your network is your net worth. That's the other type of wealth. Number four is something called the peace wealth. Now you have built all the wealth. You can get to that $1 million status. You can build all of these things. And then if you do not put protection around it, you don't have an LLC, you don't have an emergency fund, you are scared that somebody can sue you at any time and take away everything that you've built. Do you have living trust? Do you have beneficiaries on your account? Protection, all of those kind of things, right? And estate planning, all of those kind of insurance. Do you have all of that, right? Peace wealth, your emergency fund. If there's a job loss, or there's a major repairs, do you have funds, or are you going to go back to debt, right? Those are the things that is around the peace wealth. So the peace wealth is the other type of wealth. And number five is something called the this number five is the one people abuse the most. And this is the one that is so limited. This is unlimited. There is no cap to money wealth. But you see the last one, that's the one that is the biggest thing. And a lot of people, right, they abuse this the most, which is something called the time wealth. Time is money. You've heard that before. Time is money. They tell you. And no matter how much, how wealthy or how money wealthy you are, right? There's a time that is appointed to live, there's a time that is appointed to be unalive, right? To die, okay? DIE, right? There's a time like that. So no matter how wealthy you are, that time will come. You only have 24 hours in a day. 24 hours is what you have in a day. So this is, how do I put it? This is limited in terms of resources. This could be unlimited. That's why a single person can become a trillionaire just because they bought his stocks. There's no, yeah, him and an eye opener. Thank you so much. Okay. Time is very, very key. And a lot of time in the quest for this one, a lot of people lose this one and they lose this one. In the quest for money wealth, trying to chase money wealth. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. For those on the YouTube side, click on that subscribe button if you have not done so. By the way, I'm on YouTube as well. We're streaming on 2 platforms right now, YouTube and also TikTok. And if you're just joining us and if you don't click on that follow button, what are you waiting for? You've been here 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right? Maybe now you know that there are different types of wealth. You have changed. You is an eye opener for you, and you haven't clicked on that follow button. Yeah, what are you doing? Click on the follow button so that we can welcome you to the $1 Million League. Because what is important is for you to understand what you are chasing. I want to become wealthy. I want to become a millionaire. Wow, what are you chasing exactly? Are you just chasing money, right? And in your quest for chasing money, are you losing your health? Are you losing your time? Okay. Wilson, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Right? Are you losing your time? Are you losing your health? Some people are on money shift. They are on afternoon shift, they are on night shift, and they are still on call. Right? Yes, you're trading your time. What you're basically doing is that you're trading your life, your entire life, for money. That's basically what you're doing in that situation. All right? 20, because you get $20 an hour. That $200, you sit in a minute, you can finish the $200, but that is 10 hours of your life that you cannot get back, right? Always think about time is money, okay? So that 10 hours or whatever that somebody gave you money for, right? You need to treat that money the right way. And in the process of you trying to chase money, avoid trading your health for it. Because if you do unlimited time, or you do continuous time trading your time, it gets to a time that your body will be tired, right? Tired, and impacts your health. So, but guess what? The money cannot take care of this health at that point in time. Or the money you are chasing is the one that you are not going to waste on your health, trying to fix your health. All right? So it is absolutely very, very key, because we all chase money. Do we understand now what wealth is? money. So in your quest for chasing wealth, and that's what we teach here. In your quest for chasing wealth, that's why we always say that money is a tool, okay? Financial freedom is the goal. Okay? Somebody put it in the comment. Money is a tool, financial freedom is the goal. Right? So, and what does this mean? If you are trading your time, well, I mean, this is your job, right? Fame, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you're trading your time for money, then while this is okay, I mean, you don't have any other choice. Boys and latest millionaire in town, welcome in. You don't have any other choice except you won a jackpot or you won a lottery or you got an inheritance. Also, maybe you're a cross kid, a mayor, latest millionaire in town. Money is a tool. Thank you so much, Uche. Money is a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. So, in your quest for chasing wealth, always remember: am I trading? Is the money a tool to me right now, or is the money the goal for me right now? If your money is the goal, right? For those on the YouTube side, if money is the goal, then you are chasing the wrong type of wealth. You are going to be chasing what you are supposed to chase is financial freedom. What then is financial freedom? Financial freedom is simple: ability to live life at your own terms. No one is controlling your time. You have power over your time. But then I know the next thing that comes to mind because I can hear you, I can see you, I can see through you. I know the next thing that comes to mind is, oh, but then how then do if nobody can have control over my time? Does it mean that I should quit my job? But then how am I going to pay my bills? 1 million questions are going through your mind. What's this wealth coach talking about? Well, I would also tell you that your income is also a tool. Money is a tool, okay? So your money, right? Your money is a tool to be getting to that financial freedom. That's why we said it's a tool, okay? And what is that money? Your income, right? It's a tool towards getting to be financially free, meaning ability to live life at your own terms. So what do you do? What you do with that money or that income is what is going to determine how quickly you become financially free. Because let's talk about this. Shante boy, latest millionaire in town. Let's talk about this. You as a little child all the way to age 18, 20 years old, you are either in school, you're studying or learning a skill. The minute you graduate or you finish up or whatever, you get a job. And you do that, society expects us to do that from that age to age 65. Tell me at what time do you not have, so you are locked in from 8 to 5. Tell me at what time do you not have power over your time? At 65, you're already tired. The things that you have in life, like if you're somebody like me that want to travel the world, I know that's not the goal of everyone, but every single person has got a goal and purpose, right? I want to travel the world, but I'm doing a 9 to 5, okay? How then am I able to do that? I've been to 22 countries already, okay? Right? How then am I going to do this? And before you start saying, oh, are you saying that, oh, coach, are you saying that I should leave my job? Dr. Lina, are you saying that? That's not what I'm saying, right? Because if that's what I'm saying, then my day job would not be vice president of technology. So I am a vice president of technology. That's my day job. And at the same time, I'm also a professor. I teach AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system, right? So about a few colleges here in the United States. I'm in Texas, in the United States. So what that tells you that, yes, definitely your income is very, very critical in this journey, all right? Your income is very, very critical. JB, latest millionaire in town. If you are just joining us, welcome in. We're talking about the right order to build wealth. And we just talked about wealth does not equal money. What is wealth? There are 5 types of wealth: your money, your health, your social wealth, and of course, your peace and the time. Understand, time is the one that is most abused because in the process of you trying to chase money, you trade your time and then it impacts your health. And then, then what? To what end is that? right? So, and then we just talked about, but then the money is also very important. The money is a tool to guess what? To this time, to buy back your time to financial freedom. Opulent. Welcome in. How are you doing? That's how it's been done. Get your daily at me, guys. If you have been sitting there for more than 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right, and you've not clicked on the follow button, this resonates with you, click on that follow button, tap out the light, share out the light. We're going to be talking about the right wealth order, because it means that where there's a right wealth order, there's also the wrong wealth order. Do you teach deep learning AI? No, I don't. I teach it in the college, okay? I teach that in the college, right? So, but I teach finance on this side because I'm an economist and also a chartered accountant. But I have my doctorate degree in strategic business and information management system. So that's why, okay? Yeah, you are most welcome, right? You're most welcome. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. Click on that follow button if you have not done so. Don't just sit here not doing nothing, right? The only language the algorithm will understand. As a matter of fact, let's all tap it out. Let's get it to 20,000 taps. Let's get it to 50 shares. Let's get our daily at me. So far, so good. We have a few people that have gotten their daily at me, maybe like 5 people. Let's all get our daily at me. Click on that follow button if you have not done that. Kane, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in on the red carpet. And I'm the convener of this community, the $1,000,000 League. Those anticipating to become financially free. Okay, maybe they're living paycheck to paycheck, but they want to become financially free because they want to buy back their time. Some people's goal is to become a millionaire in dollars. And of course, we have some high network individuals here already. Sam Lancaster, Lancaster. Welcome in. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me, right? Some people already they're already millionaires and trying to scale into becoming multi-millionaires. So we have already some high network individuals, and those physically high net worth individuals, and some that are high net worth individuals in the mind. Okay, clicking on that follow button and getting ready on their journey, getting the education that they need to get there physically. Welcome in, everyone. James, how are you? Some of my high network individual in the house. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the repost. We know what to do. Let's keep tapping out the light. If you have been sitting here 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, don't just sit here. Click on the follow button. Click on the subscribe button. On for those on the YouTube side, I'm also on the YouTube streaming at the same time. Is Money Talk with Dr. Lina on YouTube, on IG, everywhere. On TikTok is the same picture, the same name. Keep it simple. That's what we do right here. All right. So now that we understand what the type of wealth is, right? One of the things that I said is, how then do you buy this time? This is the two things that are very, call them the elephant in the room, right? It is the money, right? Those are the things that we want to focus on, the money and the time. How can you get this money without trading your time? Trading your time, this is paycheck to paycheck. Rat race, hamster wheel, that is all of us, right? All of us at some point, right? All of us at some point. But then, how do you still get this money? So what do I mean? How can you be in Hawaii, in Fiji, okay? You're in Hawaii, you're in Fiji, or maybe you're in Bora Bora, right? You know that the kind of places that I love, okay? Water, right? I love water. Call me a fish, right? Call me whatever you want to call me. I love anything water. Fiji, and Bora Bora, all those kind of places. You will find me there, okay? So think about being there. And then while being there, the income that you are making right now. Same here. Okay, exactly. Okay, March, latest millionaire in town. Just leave me there, forget me there forever. James, have you been to Bora Bora? If you like water, you want to see the clearest, when they call it 120 shades of blue. 120 shades of blue. Bora Bora. It's on the French Polynesia, right? Ireland. It's on if you want, you should check it out. Bora Bora, right? So time, okay? Time and money, right? How then do you think about you being on one island, sipping coconut water? Now my second favorite thing. You are there with the the water, the serenity, the calmness, and everything. And Not yet. You were in Atlantis for a month. Oh, that's beautiful. I need to go there, right? You are on that visit, you are there, and the money you are making right now, that $10,000 that feels like it's a big deal to you, right? That your six-figure income. Imagine you still earning that six-figure income and you are not under any pressure in any way to be where? To be at work, right? You are not, you're still making that money, right? But at you still have your time. So you still have your time and you still have your money. How is that possible? That's what we want to talk about today. All right? That is what we want to talk about today. Thank you all for tapping out the live. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Welcome in. Click on that follow button. If you've been here 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you've not clicked on the follow button, make sure you do that. All right. So how do you do that? It starts with one thing called your income. Make sure you take the 25K in night route. Okay, all right. I'm not sure about the 25K night route, okay? I don't think I want to do 25K night. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay, so let's see. It starts with something called income. 10 bedroom. What do I can only live in 1 bedroom. So divide that. So 2,500. Yes, I'll pay 2,500. Right? It's because I just need 1 room. Income. It starts with the income. Right? It starts with the income. But what society tells us is that take this income. Remember what we are doing. How can you have both life? You have the money and then you have the time. It starts with you changing your mindset about the money itself. Now you already know what wealth is, okay? You already know what wealth is, and we're narrowing our lenses to money and time, right? Your job paid for, oh, that's great, right? Money and time, right? Those two, okay? Now, the society tells us something. When you make money, this is your income, and this is the reason why a lot of people stay stuck and they cannot have the both worlds. If you want to have the money and the time, like the scenario that we talked about, Atlantis, Hawaii, and all of that, you have to go this route. You see, income, you go this route. Society tells us something, go this route. This is what the system told us to keep us on that job, to keep you working to 65. Because the minute you understand and you go this route, this is the route to freedom, even though it's longer. But this route, because it's longer, a lot of people run away from this route. They go this route and then they end up with that paycheck to paycheck forever till 65. And even 65, they still go back to work to go and still be earning money, standing and doing all of that, even though that's not what it's supposed to be. Society told us to do what? Take your income and fund something called DLL. Drop DLL in the comment. Drop DLL in the comment, guys. Let's drop DLL. If you are just joining and you've not clicked on that follow button, click on that. On the YouTube side, click on the subscribe button for those on the YouTube side as well. Click on that follow button if you have not done that. Drop DLL in the comment. DLL, thank you so much, and whisper. DLL, thank you so much, my dignity. Awesome. Awesome. And remember to click on the follow button if you have not done that. Don't just sit here not clicking the follow button, not doing anything. You are doing us a disservice because the algorithm only understands that you find value when you do all those things. So remember to click on the follow button if you haven't done so, right? Do click on that follow button. As a matter of fact, if you are new, drop 1 in the comment. If you're new, drop 1 in the comment, or just drop a new. What is DLL? DLL is something. Ruben, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Okay, just welcome in. Gemele, latest millionaire. Welcome in. Welcome in, right? Just click on that follow button. If you're new, click on that follow button. Thank you so much for doing that. All right, income. The society told us something. Josh, latest millionaire income. Welcome in. Society told us something. Take this money and fund something called DLL. What is DLL? It's simply depreciating lifestyle liability. Depreciating lifestyle liability, aka pay bills and enjoy the fruit of your labor. Lifestyle. Hey Nunu, how are you? Hope all is well with you. So good to have you. Right? Right. Free information that would, this is really great. Virginia, latest millionaire in town. Trust me, I always start with this mindset shift, because the minute you understand this, you would tell me, you would be like, wow, how come I never knew this? This is bigger than the investing and all of those things that I teach as well. And we're going to be teaching that, tomorrow, next tomorrow, maybe today as well. This income, it says, use all your money to fund be depreciating lifestyle liability. Madam, pencil master, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. What is depreciating? When you hear something depreciate, what comes to mind, guys? When you hear something depreciate, it depreciates. What comes to mind? Is it going up or is it going down? Up or down? Depreciation. Please, Doc, can you repeat DLL? Depreciating lifestyle liability, right? It means that it goes down, it's losing value. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what I'm just starting. No, I'm just getting there. It's bills and lifestyle. While bills you have coming down. Thank you all very much. I love the response today. You guys I'm loving the energy in the house. Welcome in, everyone. If you're just joining us, welcome in. We're talking about the right wealth order, the right order to build wealth. That's what we're talking about. So if there's a right order to build wealth, it also means that there's a wrong order to build wealth. Okay? And the wrong order is this. Part of this is what we're talking about, the wrong order. And there's still another set of things that we're going to be teaching. So it means that depreciating lifestyle liability, what did I do? It means that it goes down. It goes down, 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 down. It's all about going down. Meaning that, how do I mean? You see, the society tells us, take this income and pay bills. I have a question for us. When you pay your electricity bill, do you go back to your electricity company to say that, maybe you have paid them for the past 10 years, electricity company, you have paid them maybe like $10,000. When you calculate it, $200 a month, over the last 10 years, you paid $10,000. Can you go to your electricity company and say, oh, what's it called? Green Mountain Energy. This money that I've been paying you, please give me the return on my money. I've been paying you. Give me the return on it. Is it possible, guys? Give me, it's almost like I've been giving you something. You should give me something in return, right? Right? Is it possible? Pop, welcome in. Click on that follow button if you're just joining us. Is it possible? Right? It means that the cycle of whatever, you're laughing, right? The cycle, opulent. The cycle of a DLL ends there. You give out right? You give out the money and that's it. So if all that trade by barter, because they will tell you that, oh, you know what? You bought this money and this money was for the electricity. But the point there is that is for usage. You enjoy the service and that's it. So is that piece of shoe that you bought. Even though it's a red bottom shoe, right? Because it's a Louboutin shoe, right? And it's $1,200 or $1,200. You cannot go back to Louboutin the next day or whatever if it has a single strap and they will take it back from you. That means it's the end cycle of that shoe. Except you give it out, you cannot get anything in return. So what society tells us is, or your landlord, you have paid your landlord. Somebody paid me $30,000 one time. One time because 1 year was the rent. 1 year and 2 months rent, security deposit, $30,000. for a whole years of rent one time. He paid it as a lump sum. That money was what I went to use to buy another house. Okay, okay. Oh my goodness, right? That's how wealth is being built. Just for shoes, yes. Oh yeah, Louboutin shoes is even more. I think it's even more expensive than that, right? I bought one for the only time I bought one was for my doctorate graduation when I did my doctorate degree. When I know that, okay, yes, I deserve this shoe, but it was the most uncomfortable, beautiful nonsense. Hola, Leo, welcome in. Eddie, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. So, depreciating lifestyle liability. I will never buy one. It's very, very uncomfortable. I don't even advise it. Yeah. All right. It means that the cycle ends here. That's one of the things when it comes to bills. There's nothing like. So it means that if all you are doing with your income is a cycle that ends, you get service. That's it. Nothing in return. That's what it means by living paycheck to paycheck. That's all you're doing every single month. It just means that it doesn't generate anything for you. You would have to pay it. It ends in this cycle, and then you have to go back again. It becomes a cycle over and over and over again. And people do it till age 65 from age 20. And guess what? This is what society told us. This is the lie they told us. Go to school, study hard, get good grades, get a good job. Work hard and life is going to be beautiful. You're going to have a forever happy ending and forever after, or whatever they call it. But guess what? How many of us are getting that? That is what is called modern day slavery. Right? Modern day slavery. Because you are doing it for so long, and then what are you using for? Depreciating lifestyle liabilities. Something that doesn't put money. It's just for services. It's just for goods. Your food, your groceries, your utilities. Well, of course, the question is, oh, but Dr. Lina, I have to eat anyways. Absolutely. Dr. Lina, but I have to drive a car. Of course, but it doesn't just have to be a Mercedes. It can be a Toyota. Right? Yeah. But that's reality. I don't know how they manage to convince the entire society to work for 45 years, but Warren Buffett cannot convince a lot of people to invest for 10 years and become financially free. But it was okay for 45 years to clock in for 45 years and still remain in the financial jail. Because this is what that is. The cycle ends here. Right? It doesn't pass. While you have to eat and pay bills, I agree with that. However, what I do not agree is the lifestyle that comes with this. I don't buy no brands, okay? I buy brands. I buy brands. I can't even deny it. Because people will call me out here. I do. If it's nice, I buy it. If it can, yeah. It's hard to convince a poor mind. Yeah, Sati, latest millionaire in town. If you are just joining us, click on that follow button. Just the same way people go to follow dancing group and all of that, they will do all of those gifting and they will tap or they will do everything without asking. Click on the follow button. But when it comes to something that is educational, life-changing, it doesn't even have to be finance. It could be health. It could be something related. People just sit down, keep quiet, and just, it's just the same mindset and the mentality. Thank you all for sharing out the life. Welcome in, share the life, click on the follow button. Welcome in. We're talking about the right order to build wealth. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. So what the problem that is happening here is the lifestyle, guys. Lifestyle. Because the lifestyle is what drives some of these bills. Right? You're welcome. Right? The lifestyle is what drives some of these bills help. What do I mean by this? If you are living in a 5,000 square footage home, trust me, your utilities will be way higher than somebody that lives in a 2,500 or 3,000 homes. Do you agree with that? If you drive a Toyota, right, you will use the regular grade gas versus somebody that drives a Porsche or he drives a Mercedes, the maintenance is also equally higher. The cost of maintaining that car is way higher. Somebody that decides to buy a plain shirt that is so beautiful, really nice, nice quality, and somebody that decides to buy a Balenciaga or a Gucci, okay, right? Even though it's just a regular shirt, they just wrote the name in front of it, right? That is lifestyle. Now, are you getting it? One is the person that buys a beautiful shirt because it's nice quality. That is, because he needs it, he needs to wear clothes. That could be part of the bills, right? Groceries, bills, right? But somebody that decides to buy something that is even lesser quality, and because they wrote a name in front of it, that is lifestyle. Or you went to buy a purse at $5,000, $10,000, but you have less than $1,000 and you are using a credit card to pay for it. That is lifestyle. That's why I went from Land Rover to a RAV4. James, we are two different people because you don't even want to know what I drive. So let's not even go there, okay? I think you need to start enjoying yourself a little bit too. Give yourself a little bit of grace, all right? Give yourself a little bit of grace. And I know that this is against what we are talking about, but if you're already there and you have asset that is paying for it, enjoy life as well, okay? Enjoy life, okay? So it's not, yeah, there's a thin line between you being stingy and and living a life, okay? All right. So, yeah. So I hope we understand the drift, because every single weekend you are in that party and you want to wear new clothes every single time. You're trying to impress who doesn't care about you. Always remember something. Let's explain this out. And I say this, I can't even believe it. So the day I saw this was the most shocking day of my life. 75 to 78% of the luxury items are bought by the middle class. 78%. Go on Google. That's the statistics. What that means is that the middle class is trying to compensate for what they don't have, buying luxury items, trying to look luxurious. But the luxurious people, the wealthy people, are not trying to prove anything to anybody. So they are less concerned about buying the luxurious items. Thank you so much for getting your daily admin. If you are just joining us, click on that follow button. You'll be sitting there 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right? So because all those things that you're buying, that Chanel purse, right? And those and they're telling you it's going to increase in value. It's not increasing any value to you. It's not. It's not. Use that money as a down payment for a property, and then you calculate the return on the investment. All right. So, but guess what? The society tells us pay bills, enjoy the fruit of your labor. And James, don't be stingy to yourself if you right? I know a little bit about him. That's why I say that. Okay. I know I'm not going to say that to everyone. I know a little bit. He's retiring at the age of 52. He just have a few more years to retire because he's already financially free. And he went through this journey. He did not go through this journey. All right. The problem is, right? He's already gone through this journey. He's already here. So he's supposed to be enjoying here, right? He can now do this. That's why. He has already gone past this. He's already here. What we're talking about are the people that are taking their income and going straight here. No one cares at the end. So please increase the volume for them. All right. Thank you. Clive Angolo, latest millionaire in town. And one of the things that you do not understand is when you're buying all those luxury items or you are trying to look good, what you are creating, what you are projecting to those that are wealthy, the real wealthy people, is that, oh, wow, you're not wealthy. Oh, you're trying to compensate for what you don't have. Have you seen this guy? What's his name? The School of Adnock. Go and follow that guy and watch how the multimillionaires and the billionaires that interviews, go and see how they're dressed. Maybe it's the car that is going to sell them out. Now we're talking about billionaires, but in terms of the clothes that they wear, you probably would have slapped them or you would have done something to them. You would have walked past them before you realize maybe it's just a Patek watch that they have on their wrist. That's the only thing that sells them off. So you're trying to compensate. You make the volume louder when you put all those things on. You wear all this gold on this side. I mean, gold is a form of investment though, and that's why I don't even. You carry this designer thing. You're trying to compensate for what you do not have, trying to show off, right? You're trying to impress those that don't care about you. But instead of you, what if I tell you something? Instead of you trying to be well, to play and act wealthy, why don't you just become wealthy? Yeah. Instead of you acting to be wealthy, why don't you just become wealthy? That money that you're using to buy that iPhone and that clothes, that Louis Vuitton, why not just use the money to invest in Louis Vuitton and let that Louis Vuitton start giving you some return? Now, that is this side. This side is something called appreciating cash flowing asset. If you want to build this wealth, you want to stop trading your time for money, right? You want to start the trade off, enjoy yourself on one island at some point, and of course, you're not trading, you don't have to clock it, but then you're still making that money. Then you have to put your money in something called ACA. Everyone drop ACA in the comment section. And if you're here, you've not clicked on that follow button, click on that follow button. You're here, you've not clicked on that follow button, you're doing us a disservice, okay? Not clicking on the follow button, not tapping out the live, not sharing out the live. You're doing us a disservice because that's the only language the algorithm understand. Sophie, Eric, latest millionaire in town. Golden, absolutely latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. And all these things that we are talking about, that's what is taking them on the journey to becoming financially free, to become to become that $1 million status. Because by the time we get there, you would see, yeah, you deserve it. You deserve it too. Yeah, you deserve it, right? But you deserve it is what they told you. That's why you're doing those lifestyle things, right? Increasing, trying to compensate. Oh, you know what? You deserve this. You deserve, you've been working hard. Yes, you're a medical doctor now. You can buy the biggest house, but at the same time, you can buy the latest car. You can buy all of these things, and you should carry all the burden of the entire family on your head. But then you are dying of debt. You have credit card debt, you have this loan, you are doing this, you are house poor. All right? That's because they are told you, you know what, you deserve it. So what is ACA, guys? ACA simply means ACA simply means what? ACA is simply mean appreciating cash flowing asset. So instead of, hey twin, how are you? Instead of you putting it income depreciating lifestyle liability, you are putting it towards appreciating cash flowing asset. You want to become financially free, you want to get wealthy, buy back your time, you put it towards appreciating cash flowing asset. Whenever you hear appreciating, what comes to mind? When you hear appreciating, is it up or down? When you hear appreciating, is it up or down? Up. Okay, thank you so much. It's up, right? So it means that it's going up. So you can either put your income into something that is going up or into something that is going down. This is depreciating, is a liability. This one is you can choose. There's two parts to the there's the two part at the end of the world, right? You want to the part of destruction and a part of life. Choose the one that you want. This is the part to paycheck. This is hamster wheel. This is working to 65 and still going back at 70 and not still be free. This is the part of freedom. Freedom over your time. Retiring at 50 years old. James can tell his story. Retiring in my 40s, I am retiring, right? Meaning, and when we say retire, it's becoming work optional. Work because you want to work, not because you want to work. You have to work and pay bills, right? Because a lot of us, if you ask why are you going to that work tomorrow, it's because the bills got to pay to be paid. The bills got to be paid, okay? That's why a lot of people are going to that job, not because they have any passion for anything. I mean, I don't have passion. I'm not a. I don't have passion for technology, but I became a vice president of technology because that's where the money is at, right? You can already know that what is my passion? Finance, right? That's why I studied economics. I'm a chartered accountant. It shows that is my passion. But then, because I wanted to increase my income, I moved the path to technology, and that is because you. This is the other part of. We're going to be talking about that when we get to the right order to build wealth. Okay, because you need to do everything possible to get to this journey. So appreciating cash flowing asset, it means that is something that what it gives you growth and it gives you some form of cash flow, right? This one takes money from you. This one puts money in your pocket because it's an asset. It cash flows. What is something that cash flows? It's something that you put your money in something, and guess what? Every single month it gives you money, right? You put your money in something every single month on like the electricity bill or your rent, right? You put your money in an asset, every single month is paying you something. Or the other thing is that it's growing in value, right? You put your money in something, and the money that you put in today, tomorrow it's already up, 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 up. That is it. Appreciating cash flowing asset. So you want your income to be here. Now, one of the things, the difference between this part, I just need to verify. Click on the follow button, guys. Let's, if you're just joining us, welcome in. If you have been sitting here and you've not clicked on that follow button, let's click on that follow button. Let's also get our daily at me. If you haven't gotten your daily at me, only 7 people have gotten their daily at me. Let's quickly get our daily at me. Let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 50,000 taps as well. And let's click on the follow button. You're doing us a disservice just sitting here. There's some things that you're doing now, okay? Right? Sitting here, not clicking on the follow button, not tapping out the live, not. The algorithm assumes that you're a BOT or you are not humans, right? Just click on that follow button. We teach this every day, by the way. Also, I'm on YouTube. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina on YouTube as well. And as a matter of fact, we just released latest video yesterday. Every Sunday I release the video, but now I'm releasing at least 3 videos. So there's another video that's going to be dropping tomorrow. Also, all of the recording of the live is going to you can now have it. You can access it on the YouTube side. You can access it right there on the YouTube side. Sailor, latest millionaire in town. So check, if you have not clicked on that follow button, stop. You are doing us a disservice because the algorithm would assume that, oh, this is not a good life. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me, right? It would assume you're not finding it valuable. That's why you're not clicking the follow button. Meanwhile, your book is already full. Why? Come on. Your book is already full. All right, with all the notes that you are taking. Okay, so click on that follow button because I teach this every single day. Not this only, the paths to building wealth and your journey to financial freedom. That's what I teach. Awesome. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. I'm a vice president of technology, also a professor. I teach AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. I'm a chartered accountant. I'm an economist. And I've been investing for close to 2 decades. So I'm helping as many people to get to that multi-millionaire status, right? I need more people on this side of town, right? Getting into that multi-millionaire status in under 40, right? And that's exactly what I'm teaching here. If that sounds like what you're looking for, right? You want to become financially free, click on that follow button, tap out the like, share out the like, be a member of the community. Also subscribe on the YouTube channel and on the TikTok channel and on the IG side as well. All right, big boss, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in, DK. Welcome in, latest millionaire in town. Right, those anticipating to become millionaires and those that are already millionaires. Right, anticipating and those that are already millionaires are what we have within this community. Give the gallery if you can. Go popular to help this life. Get your daily at me's as well. These also help this life. Pushes out on the FYP. Thank you so much for doing that. Awesome. And we have Melopology, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Welcome in. So appreciating cash flowing asset. Now, The difference, you might be wondering, what's the difference? Aside the fact that this one, the cycle ends here, right? Nothing move forward. This is also going down. You're putting your income in something that goes down, right? Here, something that goes up, and then it gives you cash flow, it gives you growth, right? Also, the other difference is something called DG. Everybody drop DG in the comment. Drop DG in the comment. DG in the comment. Because why should I go this route or this route? What is the inconvenience that comes with, be a bank, beat real estate, right? Okay, DG, okay? DG. Thank you so much. What is DG? It is something called delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. So, meaning that because Chris D, latest millionaire in town. So, Uche, Chris D, it means that, this is a quicker, you get your income, you spend it. You get your income, you spend it. But in this case, you still want to spend. You still want to enjoy life, right? Right? But you are going this route because, okay, you know what? I'm not going to enjoy all the life now. I'm going to delay the gratification a little bit. I'm going to put some of my money towards something that is going to grow. And then guess what? The triangle is still coming here. When it grows, it's going to give me cash flow. It's going to give me all of this. And then I can now enjoy this life. Guess what you have just done there? You have delayed instant gratification. This is instant gratification. You have delayed it. You now delay the gratification such that you have more. You convenience for a little bit. That's exactly what you did. That's why you are driving RAV4. Yeah, that's why you're driving RAV4, James. No, you've already crossed the spot. So please, you are here now. You are here now. You've already come through. Okay? I know that's exactly what you did. Okay? All right, so you're already here. Okay? All right. He's retiring in 3 years. He's going to be 53 or something. He's retiring in another 2 years. All right. So income, cash flow, appreciating. Avoid DLL, go for ACA. Not exactly, because you cannot avoid it. Okay? You can't avoid it. I wish you can avoid it, but you still have to pay bills. Babies have to still have their diapers on, right? You still have to, you still have to pay bills. But the only thing is that you take this income. Let me tell you exactly what I did in my case. Now, this doesn't have to be, love my Toyota. I love it for you as well, right? Right? But the thing about it is, what is DLL? Depreciating lifestyle liabilities. So bills and lifestyle, okay? Lots. Bills and lifestyle, that's what that is, right? Well, there's some bills that you can, of course, you still have to keep the light on. If you're in Texas like me, that today it was over 100 Fahrenheit, and that's the consistent thing in Texas, right? Those in Texas, over 100 Fahrenheit. If you don't have utility, you don't have light on. Oh, we get paid for bills, so I don't know about that. Oh, okay, right? So the bills, okay? So the bills, there's some bills that it's basic. Utilities, transportation, feeding, and of course your landlord or your mortgage, your housing, right? Those 4 things. Now there might be so many other things. So thank you so much for the roses. There might be so many other things. My Land Rover was yellow. Okay. All right. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much for the roses. Okay. If you're just joining us, click on that follow button. If you haven't clicked on that follow button, click on the follow button. You guys, James is just cracking me up. But guess what? Do you know what that feels? The feeling right there is the fact that somebody is financially free. That's the feeling. That's that feeling. That's what is feeling right there. Your business by your DLL tax code 179. I'm not sure what you're talking about. All right. All right. So think about it. The bills and the lifestyle needs to be paid. I mean, the bills, not the lifestyle. So you cut the lifestyle, you bring it down. Okay? You bring it down. I get what you're saying now. You bring it down. So what does this mean? In my own case, now I'm not saying you should do this, because you might not be in the capacity to do it right now, because your income might not be able to get that percentages. So for me, for many years, I put some, my DLL was 45 plus 42. 50%. So for every single time, 50% to 60% was on this side. 50% to 60%. And yes, and this is where I lose a lot of people. But hang on. If all you can do right now is 5%, if all you can do is 10%, remember, if you don't have a goal, there's nothing to aim for. But if you have a goal, you have something to aim for, to look forward to. This is where I want to this is what I want to achieve. So today, if all that you can do is 5%, the day that your income increases, remember, it's a percentage of your income. When your income increases, then you know that, oh, I'm not ready to improve my lifestyle. My lifestyle is not going up at this point because I've not gotten to this faith, latest millionaire in time. Because one of the things is that, what is the number? What is the number? What number do I need to start putting on appreciating cash flowing assets to become financially free? This is the number that I put in there. James, if you can drop your own percentages, that would be great. Or any other person that, all the multimillionaires in the house, all the millionaires in the house, and those that are already financially free, right? You can help others. What was that thing that you did in your own case that helped you to get to get financial freedom? Towards, what were you putting aside that helped you? Drop it in the comment. It might help one or two people, right? 100,000 in a month works. 100K in dollars. Oh wow. Okay. Well, then that means you are making how much how much are you making? Right? How much are you making? Maybe you are making $1 million a month, okay? Right? So 50,000 to 60,000, 50% to 60% was what I was putting away. So, and this is my own growth phase at that time. It was my growth phase. What I used to do grazing. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, right? 50% to 60%, right? Brother, latest millionaire in town, was what I was doing, right? And I did it consistently. As a family, we did it consistently for about 5, 6, 7, even 8 years. I told you about my story of whenever we want to buy our first house, and we agreed, we said we're going to put 20% down, and within 6 months we raised $69,000 or 60 something thousand dollars, right? Before the closing date, from the time when we identified the property to the time of the bill. The thing about it, when you set a goal, make a plan. Mayfairy, latest millionaire in town. Set a goal, make a plan. One of the music that we hear here, right? All right. So one of the goals, right, was we're not even talking about insurance here, right? Except for all and term insurance. That's what we're talking about here, right? So 50% to 60% of our income is what I would set aside, right? But if it's all you can do right now is 5%, please do 5%. Not doing anything at all is where the problem lies, right? And the day that, oh, there's a salary increase, you're not putting it towards lifestyle because you have not arrived, okay? You have not arrived. Drop your shoulders. Yes, you have any 6-figure salary. Yes, you think you have arrived because you're a medical doctor. But guess what? You cannot even boast of $10,000 in your account every single month after your paycheck. A teacher that is humbly earning $80,000, that is saving $30,000 a year, that person is much wealthier than you. So it's not about, this is what you want to do, your income minus your expenses, right? I've told you my story. $99,000 was what I lost 6 years ago in the stock market. All right. So we have what's it called? Your income is here, your expense is here. You see the difference between here. This is what is going to build you that wealth. Remember, time for time, right? Time to money, time for time and money. Okay, time and money. That's what the income minus your expense, that's what you're going to. How much did you lose? I said $99,000. How does that matter? Guys, let me continue teaching. This is what gives you the power to talk boldly. Absolutely. Yes, brother. Absolutely. That's why I can conveniently tell you That's part of the reason I can conveniently talk to you today that you should do this, right? And I will not mince words. And I will tell you, do not do IUL, and I will still not mince words, right? And I will tell you, do not buy, do not buy individual stocks, and I will still not mince words with it, right? Because I've seen the good side, I've seen the bad side, but I've also made hundreds of thousands of dollars still as well in the stock market. And I've made millions when it comes to real estate. All right. It just goes to show we can come back from a great loss. Absolutely. You dust yourself. But why do you even need to lose? Okay. You don't need to lose if you get the right education. That's what we are talking about today. So before we even get to that side, that's another level. We're talking about, right now, we're talking about the foundation. So you're taking 50 to 60% of your income, right? You're taking 50 if you can't directly invest in stocks was for and yeah. Take some money, even if it's 5%, 10%, 15%. If that's all that you do it. That's what is most important. If you're just joining us, welcome in. We're talking about the right order to build wealth, right? The right order to build wealth. Okay? That's what we're talking about. And Anki's latest millionaire in town. If you are just joining us, welcome in. Click on that follow button. If you'll be sitting at 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right? We're talking about DLL is depreciating lifestyle liability. Stop putting your money because the story ends there, right? The story ends there. Now, appreciating cash flowing asset is where it grows. This reduces your money goes down. But guess what? This is what the society told us. Put all your damn money inside this depreciating lifestyle because you deserve it, right? Because you deserve it. Okay? And why? Why did they teach us all of that? They teach us that junk because if you understand that even with $100 invested in an S&P 500 and you started from the age of 20 and you continue to do that consistently, leaving it for instance, in a rot, and you leave it for another 45 years till you turn 65, you will retire a millionaire, not multi-millionaire. $100. That's a strategy right there. But what did society tell us? Buy that piece of shoe, buy those luxury items, enjoy all your money, come back tomorrow and come back to work. Because that's why I call it modern day slavery. Because how come they teach our kids, or how come they taught you in school how to get credit cards, but they never taught you how to start investing? Tell me why. And nobody's still teaching today. So you're still going to people that you'll be seeing teaching, the people that you're seeing today teaching all of these things will be maybe like a call to lead. Niche Me, Alex on a Budget, Dave Ramsey, Tony Robbins. Those are the people that are teaching that today. So they make us consumer instead of telling us that ownership is where you can change your tax bracket. You can create your own tax bracket. You can, aside from your tax bracket, that is where you gain financial freedom. Miriam, latest millionaire in town, right? That's a perpetual good job. So by next year, October, what must I do to achieve that? It starts with your income. It starts with something called JOB, except you won a jackpot. All right, that's another way. Or you inherit, you're a trust kid, maybe parents or grandparents left you money. That's another way, okay? But if you don't have the first two, it's something called JOB, work hard. If you have to do extra hours and put the money towards this. This is the only time I would tell you trade your time for money, but you do not use it on this. The problem is people work so hard, trade their time for money and use it for this. Instead of them you focusing on this, paying themselves first and putting it on appreciating, cash flowing asset, because this is what grows their money, not this. Not this, guys. Okay? Not this. All right? We're going to be getting there. We're going to take a whole day to teach about ETF. We're going to take a whole day to teach you real estate and businesses. All right? But let's fix the foundation first, right? Because there's so many people that they do not even understand that your income is not just meant for bills alone. Your income is meant for bills plus investment, aka appreciating cash flow asset. If you are just joining us, we're talking about the right wealth order. Just the same way, if you are going to, you earn $10 an hour, right? Question, do you pay taxes on that $10 an hour? Last that I checked, there's no tax exempt, right? There's no tax exempt, even though you make $10, um, even though you make $10, right? Even though you make $10 an hour, you pay taxes. So far you pay taxes, all right, in on a $10 income, right? Then you don't have any reason why you should not put money aside to pay yourself. This is you paying yourself. So always do something. Everybody put PYF. Put it in the comment. PYF. Put it in the comment. Let's drop it in the comment. If you are just joining us, click on the follow button. I need PYF. Everybody drop PYF in the comment. PYF. Nkosi, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. PYF. Fun, how are you? Hello, man. How are you doing? PYF. What is PYF? Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. How do you pay yourself? How do you pay yourself? By taking some money aside and putting it towards investment. Investments like real estate, stock market, businesses. Okay? Real estate, stock market, businesses. How much is the minimum for real estate investment? You can invest in real estate with $1, but that is something called REIT. That is still on the stock market side. But if you want traditional real estate, of course, it depends on what you are buying. It depends on the property. It depends on the kind of financing that you're talking about or whatever. There's so many strategies that, are you using ice hacking? Is it wholesaling, right? You can have $0, right? If you're using wholesaling strategy. Fine, Doc. Nice to meet you again. Was at work and couldn't join. That's okay. Welcome in. Right? Right? All right. So, ACA, appreciating cash flowing asset. Pay yourself first. So in this case, when I'm putting 50 to 60% of my income away, that is me paying myself first. All right? That is me. And now, what are those assets do you put when this money, and like I said, even if it's 5%, the only crime that you can have is if you don't put anything aside. Okay? That's the crime. That's where we would fight, because you are not building freedom. You are not on your journey. But 5%, 3%, the day your income increases, and I'm going to be teaching you how to increase your income. I guess we'll talk about that tomorrow, right? We're going to be talking about how to increase your income, or maybe we'll touch it today. Maybe we'll start with that, right? So take that income. Have a goal in mind. I'm going to put certain amount of my money. I'm going to put it towards investing. I put it in something that is going to grow. So look at this ACA. ACA is like, this is ACA here. Is a seed. Okay? ACA is a seed. Appreciating cash flowing. Think about it. If you put it in the right soil, right? It's going to grow. And it's going to germinate. And it's going to give you another thing. Remember, it's one that you put in there. But guess what? It's going to generate more. And the more you put there, the more threes, the more it generates. Here, it generates nothing. That's it. When it generates, what is it generating? Or what is this ACA? Like I said, businesses, ETF, and I'm going to be showing you why all of this, why these three specifically, right? And I'm not teaching something else. These three specifically, and real estate. Why these three? I'm going to be showing you, because We use the multimillionaires wealth blueprint. We don't do what the multimillionaires don't do. Okay, we are moderate risk investors. We're generational wealth builders. We focus on delayed gratification instead of instant gratification. We focus on compound interest, right? Time in the market over time in the market. Okay, so if you understand who Warren Buffett is, understand who this guy is, Robert Kiyosaki, you would understand what this community is all about. This is the $1 Million League, guys. The community of millionaires, those aspiring to become millionaires, and those are already millionaires and trying to, those that are aspiring to become millionaires, and those that already, they're already millionaires trying billion. Lux, we only have one teacher here, okay? That's going to be your last, okay? We only have one teacher here, all right? Thank you so much, all right? Thank you so much, okay? So allow me to teach, all right? We have so many people, all those things that you are typing, so many people don't even know what that means, okay? So thank you so much, all right? Let's not confuse people. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that, right? Instead, please tap out the live. And if you're just joining us, click on the follow button, right? Click on that follow button. Thank you so much, right? Thank you so much for complying with that, all right? Awesome. Really, really appreciate you complying with that. All you have to do, tap out the live. If I have question, please respond. You know, if it's a contribution on whatever thing I'm talking about, absolutely welcome. All right. Thank you so much. Like, if you are just joining us, welcome in. Click on that follow button. Tap out the live, share out the live. If you have not clicked on the follow button, I know we're trying to move really fast today. Click on that follow button. All right. And click on that. If you haven't got to your daily at me, get your daily at me. Obade, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much. If you haven't clicked on that follow button, you are doing us a disservice. You've been here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, right? 5 minutes, 2 minutes, right? You've not clicked on that follow button. You're doing us a disservice because our algorithm assumes that you do not find this valuable, okay? So click on that follow button. I plead with you. I really appreciate you doing that, right? Because we want to make sure that we have real humans here. We don't have BOTs. We have those that, you know, that are able to, how do I put it? Those that find it valuable. Okay, so if you find it valuable, please, 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 I really appreciate you clicking on that follow button right now. You know, otherwise it's also okay for you to scroll. It's so, you know, it's not for everybody, but you want to understand how to build wealth the right order or to get into that $1 Million status, then you are in the right place. Welcome in. So good to have you. I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. I'm also a chartered accountant and I'm an economist. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. I've been investing for close to 2 decades, and I'm helping as many people to get to that financial freedom status. Money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal, right? We're moderate risk investors. We are long-term investors. We you know, those are the things. Compound interest is something that we follow right here. So if you haven't clicked on that follow button and you'll be sitting here, please, 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 you're doing us a disservice, okay? Because algorithm assumes you are BOT, it feels that you're not finding it valuable. Click on the follow button. And for all of the people that have been here and you've not gotten your daily at me, let's get our daily at me. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live and also invite our friends over. Let's repost, help this live go popular. If you can give the gallery, that'll be much appreciated as well, because it helps our daily ranking and it pushes us on the FYP. Thank you all for doing that. And those on the YouTube side, how are you all doing? So good to have you. Click on that subscribe button. By the way, we are streaming on 2 platforms right now. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina on both. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I release long form videos every single Sunday. As a matter of fact, we are releasing 3 videos. Yesterday was all about the 15 minutes video on the step-by-step in in investing, how to invest step by step. So if you have not seen the video, Money Talk with Dr. Lina, let me put the name in the comment for you, so you don't miss out on that. So that's the other platform that augments the teaching. All right. Steven, latest millionaire in town. And of course, okay, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's click on that follow button. You don't know how to click on the follow button. There's a plus sign in front of your name. Money is a tool. The financial freedom is the goal, right? That's what we are chasing. Financial freedom is the goal. So whenever we're talking about your time wealth, right? Do not, so that you're not trading your time wealth for your money wealth. There are five types of wealth. Those are all the types of wealth: health wealth, social wealth, peace wealth, time wealth. Okay. So now, guess what? You have this appreciating cash flowing asset. When you pay yourself first, you put your money towards this appreciating cash flowing asset. Some of them, you use some of them to fund the depreciating lifestyle liability. When you have it, this appreciating lifestyle cash flowing asset is going to germinate. Think about it as a seed. It's going to start germinating. When it germinates, it's going to germinate and start giving you different fruit. What fruit does it give you? Remember, what are these appreciating cash flowing assets? Businesses, ETF, real estate, right? User, latest millionaire in town, welcome in, right? These are the different things. Businesses, ETF, real estate. Why? I'm going to show it to you later. You know, the multi-millionaires wealth blueprint, when we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm going to show you at some point. So if you haven't, click on that follow button, do that, and what was I going to say? Right, we'll be teaching each and all of that, each of these three in depth. So if you want to learn ETF, you want to learn how to invest in real estate, all of that, coming from somebody with double-digit real estate portfolio, right? Double digit, and of course invested in ETF strongly, right? Then you want to come learn. I'm going to be teaching that in the next couple of days as well. Now, all of this, remember, these are the ACA. That's where you put this money. That's what you put into it, right? Now you already delayed the gratification. You put some money here. Now, when you put that money, it's going to generate what? It's going to generate something called dividend income. So you put it in a dividend ETF. It's going to give you dividend income. You put it in a real estate. You're going to get rental income coming from a tenant. You're going to put it in a business. You get some form of revenue or profit, or you call it business income. You put it on whatever. It's going to give you what? Investment income. Guys, one thing that is unique, that is common across what I was just saying, all these fruits, what is one thing that is common? Rental income, dividend income, investment income. What is that one thing? What's one thing, one word that is common to all of them? What is that one word? Drop it in the comment if you know what that one word. Rental income. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Income. Income is the, that is the word. That is the word. Yeah, growth, but the word that I'm looking for is income. So it tells you something. Income. What is here? Hey, twin, how are you? So good to have you, right? So good to have you, right? Income. Guess what is producing all of this? Income. Income is producing this. But guess what is, you put your income, meaning your active income, your earned income, your income from your skills is the one that produces this appreciating cash flowing asset. This appreciating cash flowing asset is going to do what? It's not going to germinate. If you put it in the right soil, it's going to give you income. It gets to it. You know what financial freedom is? This multiple income will do what? It will get to a point that the first level of financial freedom is this multiple income would is able to take care of this bills and lifestyle. That's the first time that, like, oh my goodness, I have arrived. The minute these dividend income, business income, rental income is able to take care of your bills, that is the first level of financial freedom. Exactly. Sam Lacaster says, yes, that's your first level. So in your pursuit of financial freedom, the minute you get here, that's the first level. Guy Dovon, thank you so much. That's your first level of your financial freedom. However, remember that this is just 40 to 50% of your income. It does not totally equal your income. It might be 90%, it might be whatever, but you already know is a percentage. Williams, thank you so much. Right? Is a percentage. The second level of financial freedom, thank you so much for getting your daily at me. The second level of financial freedom is when 100, this one covers, equals this income here. Then you know that I am officially financially free. It means that your asset is the one that is now, it's now equals your end or active income. Rona. Then you are, that is second level of financial freedom. So when somebody says I'm financially free, or I want to retire, I'm retiring at 42, I'm retiring in my 50s, this is what it means. It doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, you know what, I'm not going to be doing anything anymore. It just simply means that I have something else that can pay for my bills, one. Two is that it has replaced my active income, such that even in my sleep, remember where we started from? Hawaii, Fiji, Bora Bora, Atlantis, right? James, Atlantis, right? You are there. But this money are coming out because you don't need to be there. That is what they mean. Your work, your money is making money. It simply means that you probably have heard this. Let your money be working harder than you do, because it's your money that is doing the work. It's your blood that is doing this one. It's your blood that is the passive income. It's your blood that is doing this one. This one is your money that is doing the job. And remember, one of the things about it is that your money doesn't go to restroom. Your money, it doesn't sleep. Your money doesn't have break time to eat. This one, you will go to restroom, you will sleep, you will eat, you will even gossip and go to parties. But this one doesn't have all the time for that. There's no limit. Level 11 in the house. No. There's no limit. There's no limit. And here, the more money you put here, James is laughing. The more money you put here, the higher this one is. So there's no cap, there's no ceiling. And of course, this one can not fire you on your job. This one you can be fired on this one. This one, yes, you can make losses. Yes, but it is yours. It is yours. A friend of mine just got laid off from his director position. Very decent job in Fortune 500. We worked together in the same company for us many years ago. Got laid off. He just bought a laundromat. And he said, right now the laundromat is the only laundromat with 5-star review in Winnipeg. And I asked him, I said, how many years did you do on that job? He said, 18 years, going 19 years. I said, question for you. He said, they started in March. He said, the month one, they make $320. They eat the next month or 2 months after, they eat $6,500. And I said, if you have been plowing the same laundromat, by now you would have had at least 10. Would anybody have fired you on that job? On your own laundromat? You would have had at least 10, even if you are just buying every 2 years, right? 10 of it. That is what financial freedom is. So that's it. That is it, guys. So you want to, and guess what? Oh, the last piece of it. Remember I said you buy back your time and you're in Hawaii, you're in Bahamas, you're in Bora Bora, you're in Atlantis, right? But guess what? What pays for it? I mean, now you get this income now. You pay your bills. But guess what? You now have the money, right? Guess what? It's still coming here. Depreciating lifestyle liability. Now you can now buy that Chanel bag that you want to buy. But what pays for it? The rental income. Tenant pays for it. You want to buy that your MS bag. Something pays for it. That your Mercedes. I don't judge you at that point. You are not judged because you are not trading your life. The difference between here is that it is your life, your blood and your sweat. The life that God gave you one life, 100 years, Let's assume you live to 100 years. You have given 45 years out of that 100 years that God gave you. You are using it, take the money, right? You're working every 40 hours. Some people even do 80 hours, right? Every single week. 40 hours, you do it for 45 years. God just gave you 100 years. 45 years out of that 100 years, you are clocking in like a clockwork every single day. While might not be totally bad, even 45 years is bad. It's bad. It's modern day slavery. 20 years, 25 years, max 30 years, 50 years, you should already start thinking of how do you enjoy your life. Because by that time, all those kids are out of school. Should, ideally, right? You don't have tuitions paying anymore. So you should start traveling and enjoying your life. Now, you take this income, 45 years of your life that God has given you, half of the life God has given you, you use it to be buying a pair of shoes. So anytime you are buying those things, know that you are using your life God gave you. That's what you are using to buy that piece of shoe. Or you are shutting down the club. You are taking the entire corner space in the club for the boys or for the men, right? But nobody said you should not still enjoy that kind of life. But delay it a little bit. Put it towards asset. Let that asset start generating something. When it generates something, start putting it so you enjoy then start enjoying that lifestyle. And then guess what? It's not at a clockwork. You can now be on the island. Remember where we started? Sipping coconut water. That your $100,000 that you want to make. That or six-figure salary. If only you know it's $10,000 every single year, every month, right? $10,000. But guess what? Taxes is going to take out of it, right? You remember. So it's not even that. But think about it. Just 5 houses, fully paid off, would give you that $10,000 conveniently. 2 or 3 businesses that you have, or even one, if it's a good solid business, will give you that $10,000. Put it in an ETF. It's going to give you dividends, right? When it gets to a certain amount. But Rome doesn't start in one day or whatever. The journey starts in one day. You don't build everything in one day. It's gradually. So you might think that, oh, you know what, 5 houses sounds like far. Until you realize that with $10,000 you can buy a house. You can do a down deposit and do house hacking strategy. Or you can realize that $27 a day, that is $10,000. But you are spending $27 between coffee and between your lunch money, right? Between coffee, right? Borrow money from the bank against the stock like the rich people do. Yes, you can also do that. So that's the strategy. And I'll give you with this, and then we'll quickly talk about this income part because we focused on this. I will talk about time in the market, the power of compounding. The longer you stay in the market, right? The longer you stay in the market, the quicker you are on your wealth building journey, right? The quicker you are, because it's the time that does the heavy lifting for you. The time and the return on the investment. It's not about picking and choosing, buy this, trading this. No, it's not that. Okay, let's get our daily admin. Let's quickly reset the life. Let's get it quickly to 60,000 taps. And you guys did absolutely amazing today. Let me know if you have any question. Let me know. I'm going to talk about 2 more things. One is going to be, how I use the same strategy. Remember, I talked about me, right? Then I will tell you how I use this strategy so you also understand the quick flow. Then I'm going to also talk about how to increase your income because it starts with your income. So your own will be like, okay, I wish to do this. Joshua, latest millionaire income. I wish to do this, but guess what? My income I'm even barely living paycheck to, I'm barely still paying bills. I cannot even afford anything because there's the limit. You can also cut your bills. All right. There's the limit, right? I mean, if rent is $1,500 or $1,200, you are living at the barest minimum. You are already living at a 2,000, your expenses are 2,000, right? And guess what? You are earning 2,200. There is the limit. Thank you so much for the roses. There is the limit to what you can cut. Thank you so much for the roses. There's the limit to how can I buy a house with $10,000? Yes, stick around. We're going to be teaching you. I taught that yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago, guys? Which day did I teach real estate? So we're going to be teaching it either Wednesday or Thursday. We're going to be teaching you the exact strategies. Several, I just wiped it off the board. So come around. Come around. There's FHA loan. There are different things that you can do. But I'll be teaching you when we're teaching the real estate session. And we'll soon be wrapping up the live. So if you have not clicked on the follow button, make sure you click on the follow button. Also subscribe on the YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, explore latest millionaire in town. Also, please note that we don't have a WhatsApp group. We don't have a Telegram group. So, and if somebody's following, that's on Dr. Lina, because I stopped following people because they started following all of my followers, right? Because like I said, we have high net worth individuals here. So I need to protect my community. So if anybody follows you, that's not Dr. Lina. They might have the name Dr. Lina, Money Talk with Dr. Lina. But if you look at it closely, under it, when you look at the @ is @ one crazy person. It's not it's not at Money Talk with Dr. Lina. You can see at golden dot whatever right there, like Nunu said, right? The same thing in my own case, it's at Money Talk with Dr. Lina. And also take note, the doctor doesn't have the DR. It's money. Let me put the name here so you know. We don't have WhatsApp group, and I will never share my number to say, okay, this is the number, blah, blah, blah. We don't do cryptocurrency. So beware. Click on the follow button if you have not done so right now. K Brown for God and explore latest millionaire in town. Click on that follow button. Let's tap it out to 60,000. Gideon, it's been a minute. How are you doing? How are you doing? Tell me you already bought that house. Tell me you already bought that house. You've been the OG in the house, right? Tell me where you're at on that. You remember it's result here. So, do you do one-on-one session? Yes, you will find the link in my bio. You will find the link in my bio. As a matter of fact, do I have a service bio here? I think you'll be explore my services, find the best way to go. Yeah, you'll find the link in my bio. I only have one link right there. When you click on it, you will be able to do the one-on-one. As a matter of fact, my one-on-ones are the best sellers. Best sellers, if you want to invest in the stock market, make sure whatever time that you are picking for the one-on-one session, make sure it is during the trading window so that you can do your live trade. You might even get to do everything. You can finish everything during that 1 hour session and never touch it again. Okay? Never touch it again. Set it up, set automation, and it's automation that is doing heavy lifting for you, right? I don't trade on your behalf. I just guide you, right? Based on 6 questions that I ask you, then you'll be able to do it. So you'll find the link in the bio. I'll show you after the live. And if you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you do that. DPAB's latest millionaire in town. Welcome in, right? Make sure it is during the trading window between 9 a.m. Central Time and 2 p.m. Central Time. Not later than that. What's your time? Yeah, this is 11:29 p.m. 11:29 p.m. So it's going to be, I'm in Central Time. I'm in Texas in the United States. Texas. So it's 11:29. Okay? So Central Time. So you want to do it between 9 and 2. I mean, ideally even do it 1. 9 and 1. Right? So that we have the 1 hour to set up. That's for those that want to invest in the stock market. You want to buy ETF. You are in Canada. Okay. Depends on the part of Canada that you're in. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So schedule a one-on-one, or if you want to do real estate as well, you can do that anytime. During the weekend, I mean, we can talk real estate anytime, but specifically, if you want investing in the stock market, you want it to be set up. I always like that. So if you need to, ideally you have your account already open, but I'm going to be teaching something on that, just a brief whatever, but get your one-on-one session it's the bestseller. It's the bestseller. All right, for those that have had one-on-one with me, you can drop it in the comments if it was worth it, and those on the mentorship program as well, drop it if it was worth it, or any of the courses that you've gotten it, if they are here. Awesome. So appreciate it. Now let's now talk about this last leg, and then we talk about how to increase your income, and we'll wrap up with the life. Okay? All right, sounds like a plan. And we got to 60,000 taps. Let's remember to get our daily at me. If you haven't gotten your daily at me, please get the daily at me. Only 9 people have gotten your daily at me. You'll be sitting here. Yeah, it's worth it. More than worth it. Thank you so much, Nunu. Right? Right. So thank you so much for getting your daily admin. Let's get our daily admin. Only 10 people. Typically we target about 20 daily admins. So get your daily admin if you haven't gotten. And if you are just joining us, click on that follow button. We're wrapping up with the live shortly. And we're talking about the right order to building wealth. Right order to build wealth. Okay. These are the five types of wealth. Stop trading that time. Now, let me give you an instance in my own case. Like you remember, I said, for, thank you. Right? So 40 to 50% is what I said goes towards it. It means that 50 to 60 every single time. And we did it for like 6 to 7 years, thereabout. We put some money aside, and every single year, there were years at the minimum, we are buying a property every single year for that period. Every single year. So when you hear double digit real estate portfolio, it wasn't that I bought properties. It's not like I bought double digit real estate in one day. It was over some time, right? But then it was a goal. There were years where we were buying two. There were years when we were buying three, right? I think three was the maximum that I bought in a year, right? A couple of years, three, like that, right? But what was financing it? It's the income. But during that time, we were still living decent, but guess what? We were not moving to our forever home at that point. We were just living in the home where we were staying, right? Every project stopped. We weren't buying cars. We weren't, we're just, in short, we're just doing basic needs, still living a decent life, but nothing extravagant, all right? Nothing so much on lifestyle. We were just focused on the bills. And then the minute we got to that stage, and I'll give you an instance, it was now time for me. Everybody was like, oh, you know what? You need to buy a car. Do you have investment in Ghana? No. Do I look Ghanaian? I'm in the United States. All right. So imagine, it got to a certain point when we got to the stability stage. There's a growth phase, there's stability phase, and then, so when we got to that stability phase, what we did was, of course, it was time to start buying forever home, to buy a car and all of that. What did I do? Everybody was like, I said this because for me, one thing about me, honest, I'm not one of those coaches that I'm not like my friend. I'm not like my friend James, right? If I see something that is nice and I know my assets, I can afford it, and there's nothing pressing and I can afford it, I go for it. But the thing about it is, it doesn't have to be about the name. Even if I see something in Ross and it's beautiful, I still buy it. If I see it in whatever if it's beautiful, I buy it, right? But the only thing is that my paycheck is not going to pay for it. I'm not going to trade my life. You won't regret it, my brother. You are at the right place at the right. Oh yes, yeah, right. So guess what? I went to buy the car, but the car. Everybody was like, okay, you deserve it. I was like, I cannot take my income. And everybody, it was almost a family problem, become a family issue. You don't want to spend on yourself. I said, this is the only kind of car that I want. But then in my own case, what I told them was, all right, I'm going to buy it, but let's wait. I delayed it for 2 months. So what I did in that 2 months was I took the money and I went to buy a house. You'll be like, okay, this lady is crazy. I took the money. I looked for a house. The house it was listed for 185. We negotiated to 172,500. And the property was, with closing and everything, was less than, because it was cash purchase. It was less than 180, whatever, but it was, at that point, it was 230. I fixed it, all in was about 185. So off the back of that property, I already have about 45,000 to 50,000 in equity in that property. Now, put the house on the market and I rented it. And of course, I get the money every single month. It's an RN, is a nurse that rents the house with her babies. Now, every month, this tenant pays me. Then I went, the next minute, I went to buy the car. When I bought the car, right, the tenant start paying me. I put a down payment, the tenant start paying me. In a couple of years, right, in 1 or 2 years, the car is going to be paid off. Well, guess what? I have my car. The same money, I have a car. I have the house, and this house is going to be there, and this guy is going to be for another 10 years. I'm going to be like James. Doc, where are you originally from? Okay, I'm in Texas, in United States. Okay, right? So just, and that's it. That's how you do it, right? Now I have the car, I have the house. That is how, this is what it is. It is the seed that is now germinating. The seed that is now germinating, that's what I used to pay for the car. And now the other beautiful places, right? The other beautiful, from Kansas, United States, okay? Right? The other beautiful thing is that this car, because I bought real estate, I have multiple real estate, I was able to claim it as tax on my own tax side, right? And was able to use it to reduce my income. So, and because it's also a 9,000 or 8,000 pound car, right? I could use it, claim almost 50%, even though I literally just put a down payment. But I can, with taxes, you can claim more than, is it 50% or 70%? I'm not a tax consultant, of that money that I used to buy that car. Does that make sense? So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like I'm getting money back. Like I'm getting money back, right? For buying the car and buying the house and all of that. That's just the same way. So, and that's it. I could have literally bought that car. I wouldn't have gotten the tax advantages, right? And then I would still not, and the one that the tenant is paying every single month, I would still not have, at least, I would have used that same money to buy the car. Does that make sense, right? Say it again. Say it again. Okay. No, you've heard the story again and again, but I'll say it one more time. Not a Stepford wife. Okay. Latest millionaire in town. So who is the Stepford wife? Win. Latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. So let me say it again. I wanted to buy a car. Because, of course, what they told us, you deserve it, go and buy the car. And I know that I've worked hard, and of course, I can afford to buy that car. But instead of me buying that car, I took the money, remember, delayed the gratification, for about 2 months, took the money and went to use it to buy a house, added money to it, meaning I save a little bit money within that 2 months, also use the time to buy, delayed it for 2 months, also added some money, for my income, right? Added it to it and waited to buy the car. Waited to buy the house. Look for the house within that 2 months. Bought the house for 172,500. Fixed it, everything all in 185,000. But the house at that point, if I wanted to sell it, if I was doing fix and flip, that house would have been worth 230,000. That was the appraised value. Meaning I have an equity. Thank you so much, Guy Devon. It means that I have an equity of $45,000 to $50,000. So first of all, I've increased my money. Amen. Welcome in. Click on that follow button if you are just joining us. We're going to be wrapping up with the live shortly, right? Click on that follow button if you have not done yet. Yeah, I have, but I added the volume of my phone for my husband to listen. Oh, blessed to. Okay, all right. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. If you are just joining, click on the follow button. Get your husband to also follow. Okay, get your husband to follow. Now I took the money, right? But the money that I was supposed to use to go and buy car straight, waited 2 months. Okay, 2 months. Then I bought the house. The house already generated at least 45 to 50,000 on my money up the front, right? Just even going this strategy, that was already profit of 40 to 50%, 45,000 to 50,000. Henry, latest millionaire in town, right? That's already that. Some of these men don't hear sense from their don't say that, Nunu, okay? Because it's not going to hear you now, okay? So please, sir, we are hearing you, right? Nunu is my girl, right? Whatever she's saying, yeah, it's real. It's financial freedom for the family, trust me. Anyway, so that's what I did, right? That's it. Now, when I put so that was the, 40, so I already converted my 172,000, or no, 185,000 to 250,000. So that's already profit, right? But that's not where I'm going. Where is the link? What link? What link is that? Right? That's not where I'm going. Is it the link to the YouTube channel? YouTube channel is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Just search, right? Or click on the follow button. Just click on the follow button. That's what you need to do. All right. So once I did that, what I basically did was I now went to put a down payment for the car, went to buy the car. When I bought the car, of course, there's a tenant who is a RN that is renting the house. Every single month, when it's time for my car notes, I collect rent, I pay car notes, okay? Tenant is the one that is paying for my car, all right? Remember, I bought it all cash. I bought the house all cash. So all the money, I use it. In short, I even have leftovers after the rent. I pay the car notes, so I pay extra on this car. In a couple of years, I'm going to pay off this car. And of course, this car, I'm going to have it for another 10 years, right? It's already 2 years old. So we are going to be together. Love of my life. I love the car. I love it. Naki, latest millionaire, right? So I love the car. No, can you please, if you can you just copy the link of my YouTube channel and just drop it in the comments? Please, if you can, or if anybody can, the link to the YouTube channel itself, right? If you can drop it, that would just be amazing so that people can click on it, right? I'll also be showing the QR code shortly. Thank you so much. Aqua, latest millionaire in town. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. All right. Mayweather, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. And this is my real life story. This was 2 years ago. Now, that's not the I said. So this is one. So you can see one stream was number one, increase on my money. My 185,000 became 250,000, right? That's number one with this strategy. Number two is the fact that I'm using leverage of the bank to finance the car. And who is paying for the car? It is the tenant. That's it, right? Equity. Then the cash flow is paying for the car. That's the second thing about the real estate. Now, let's not talk about the third one. The third one that Nunu was asking is that same year, because it's a brand new car, right? It's a brand new car and it's that year's whatever. I was able to claim tax deduction on my business side. Remember, I have my income side. And whenever I talk about 9,000 pound car, right, with tax, with the car is 8,000 pounds or 9,000 pounds in terms of weight, and you use it for business, you can be able to claim a lot of taxes on it, right? You can claim up to, you can say that, okay, you use it for 50% for business. Is it 50% for business, right? Nobody's coming to come and check if business or no business, though. You know that, right? If you're able to use for business for 50% or 60%, whatever, I don't know, I'm not a tax consultant, but I have tax consultants that are professional that have been doing this for 30 years that I pay for to do that, okay? Right? And I've never had a problem, right? They take that and then the cost of that car, by the way, it is the full amount. Remember that I only put a down payment, but the full amount of this car, they calculate it, they do a certain percentage. I don't know if it's 90%, maybe 60%, I don't know the percentages, but they will now use it to reduce my active income. I'm supposed to give Uncle Sam maybe $40,000 in terms of back in taxes. They will use it to reduce because it's now becoming a business expense. That car is a business expense. Remember, all I put in was a down payment. I hope you remember. And by the way, on the real estate side as well, because I did major repairs. Remember, I did major up to 99,000. Thank you so much. Yeah, I believe. Thank you so much. I don't, thank you. Yeah, that's thank you so much that's the YouTube channel, guys. Go there and subscribe. Now, remember, I claim it on this side. Now think about it, whenever with real estate as well, because I did repairs on that property. That repairs is also a tax deduction. In case you don't know, the latest millionaire in town. And that property taxes for that same house is also a tax deduction. The insurance on that house is also insured. Every expenses on that house is a business expense. All right. But guess what? In that year, because I bought it towards the end of the year, so the income is less. So it did not increase my active income. This is my salary. It did not increase it significantly. But because my active income is already high and my day job is vice president of technology, I'm also a professor. So my income is already high. It already pushed me on a high income tax bracket. He's driving a no, you'll be so surprised. It's not, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. There are so many 9,000 pounds car, right? It doesn't have to be, okay? All right. So there's so many, you're just guessing, right? It doesn't have to be, but there's so many gone. There's so many of those cars. It doesn't have to be G-Wagon, right? There's so many of those cars within that category of the 9,000 pounds, right? The YouTube, thank you so much, right? That's the YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go and subscribe, okay? And if you are just joining us, click on that follow button. We're wrapping up right now, so click on the follow button. I'm just going to teach one more thing. It's Nono that is bringing us back so that the husband will hear this, but I'm glad that we talked about, because I never even the repairs, right? The only thing that I could not claim as tax is because I don't have any interest. If I use financing and I had interest, that interest would have also reduced my active income, the taxes that I'm going to pay on my active income. Now you are wondering, why is the wealthier becoming wealthier? Why is the middle class remaining in the middle class and going down? Remember, we are in a key economy where the middle class is going down and the wealthy is going up. What the highest level of wealth is transferring hands in this period. Meanwhile, the poverty level is also going down significantly. All right? Yeah. Tax loopholes. So you also need to make sure that you're doing that. All right. So lastly, okay, any other question? If you have not clicked on the follow button, click on that follow button. We're wrapping up. But it starts with this income. And this is where I'm going to wrap up. It starts with this income, cutting edge. Latest millionaires, and join us tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking more on each and every one of this. How then do you do it? Execution. How then? We talked about real estate. You can't jump into it like that. We talk about ETF. We can't jump into it like that. As a matter of fact, you asked a question. I didn't see it come through. Okay, Lizzie, drop it again. Drop it again. Yeah, drop it again. I did not, because it filters at times. There's some question, you don't see it. ETF, we're going to be teaching that, right? I think, but let me quickly talk about income as we wrap up. Income. How do you increase your income? 4 ways that you increase your income. Remember, one of the things that a major enabler for me to achieve all this goal was that income. Major enabler. I'm buying 3 houses, 5 houses, 10 houses. I'm buying, all of that. It's my income. It's not from my generational nothing. The only generational something that gave me was my education. And God bless my parents for that. And very, very good discipline, good morals. Those are coming from my parents, right? Yes. That's all that they gave me, but they did not give me the monetary part of it, okay? They never gave me that one. All right. So now, for me, it's my income. So the first thing I did was, I said I'm an economist, I'm a chartered accountant, but I pivoted to technology. So why did I pivot to technology? Because I wanted to increase my income. So I increased my income by $30,000 with less than $500. About 15 years ago that was when that happened. And I moved to from a Fortune 100 companies to oil and gas, one of the deep sea. As a matter of fact, I got offer in 2 companies, right? You think so? Wow. You think so? Right? So one of the companies I got an offer was Schlumberger, and the other one was McDermott. You don't even know what that name is. It's a deep sea, whatever, right? And I got I got an offer with the 2 of them. I went with the smaller company because I was chasing the money. All right? You need to know your goal. I was chasing the money, and the money that I chased, I made sure I was saving. Yeah, I was saving it diligently. Bought the first house, and like that, to double-digit real estate portfolio. Okay? So you can increase your income. It was what's it called? It was an IT compliance certification. So you can check it out. They have so many certification at ISACA, right? ISACA, ISACA, that's what it is, right? That was that's what is something on cybersecurity, compliance, and all of those. Okay, technology compliance. So this is right? So you can increase by taking a certification. That's my favorite route. Another way that you can do is you can go back to school. But this is the least favorite, okay? Because it's going to take you time, it's going to take you money. If you have to go this route, then make sure you get what? Make sure you get a scholarship, right? Dr. Fatima was in the live yesterday. She was here yesterday and she said one of our clients just got $20,000 in scholarship. Just won a $20,000 scholarship, right? Cutting edge technology can help with any IT training in the US. Okay. All right. Okay, go back to school. That's the other one. Another thing is that supplement your income. Okay, I don't want to go back to school. Get other streams of income, right? Other streams of income. You can do Uber. You can do Uber Eats. You can do DoorDash. You can do what's it called? Rental arbitrage, Choro. What's it called? Affiliate marketing. Or you can sell ebooks. You can do all of that. Digital products. All of the other ways that you can supplement your income. All right, so that you still have your mainstream of income, then you add that one to it so that you can increase your income. And lastly, take the free Harvard Business School has free training, right? Harvard Business School has free training. What's it called? Harvard Business School has free training. What's the other one? Google Coursera has free training. All of those Udemy, YouTube, TikTok, all of those places that have free trainings. Take advantage of it. I can tell you that people, especially if you already have a degree, most companies will take you if you have those kind of training, right? In my own case, $500. It was even not up to 500. I think it was $395. Then you pay another $45, if I remember. But I just always say under $500 was my own case. But you can even get it for free. So it all depends on you. Increase your income. And lastly, what I also did, negotiation. When last did you talk to your employer? And when last did you negotiate your income? Have you just been on that job for 45 years, for 10 years, 15 years, right? How long? You have a boss that been there and it does not want to move, and you have not been promoted because you need to go. What are you waiting for? Pivot. Go to other companies. You're not a tree. Move. Okay? Move. In my own case, I don't stay more than 2 years. I'm gone. And that's why I was able to get to vice president of technology in less than 2 decades. Some of my counterparts are still in a lower level positions. All right? So, and that's it. That's it. Any questions? Any question? I'm wrapping up with the live. If you are just joining us, click on the follow button. And those on the YouTube, thank you so much. So good to have you. We'll be wrapping up with you right now. We'll be wrapping up with you. Okay. Drop your questions.